Hello friends, today we're working on the Toro CCR1000 snowblower, and you see we did a few repairs on this over the last months or so. We're going to concentrate on the auger paddles. What happened is these rubber paddles, and this is true of any single stage snow thrower and even some small two-stage snow throwers, the auger paddles wear out, and when they wear out it doesn't work as efficiently as it should. It doesn't get a good clean catch of the snow between the scraper blade and the paddle. Right now I can get my thumb up in there between the paddle and the scraper blade. This is an easy job, and these older models use a 7/16 inch bolt size. So to make the job quicker and easy, I have a 7/16 open end wrench, and I have a 7/16 inch socket wrench attached to an impact driver to quickly and efficiently remove the nuts and bolts from the rubber paddles. Some snowblowers use different size nuts and bolts. Some of them actually use an Allen headed bolt or a star head bolt that you have to use a special wrench on to get those out. But there are 6 bolts that hold each paddle on. 4 of them have washers. Those are the ones that go to the outside frame because they attach with just one piece of metal. Here's our new paddle. All 6 holes have a little metal bushing to go through them to keep the rubber from distorting when you tighten down the bolts and nuts. And you just wiggle them a little bit, maybe put a little bit of oil on them, and then gently press them down into the holes. I pushed them all into place. You can see how they go here. And now the rest of it gets pretty easy. It's just the reverse of what we did. You can see the gap there for the center. I always start with the center. Now we're going to use 2 hands, but we're going to line up the 2 holes there with the 2 holes in the center part. And we're going to slide those in like that, and then put the bolts through. Once the first 2 nuts and bolts are in, we're going to tighten them down nice and tight, and then we're going to bring this rotor around a little so you can see it better, like so, and then we're going to flex this in and down and catch it so it's on the inside of that plate lined up with the 2 holes, and the bolts with the washers will go on here with the washer up against the rubber side. For me, the best way to do it has been to start the nut into an open end wrench like this, or into a pair of needle nose locking vice grips. That'll give you the control to move it around when you push the bolt part through, and then you can give it just a little twist to get it started on the threads. Once it's started, extract the wrench. Once it's started, get your ratchet handle or your impact on the bolt end, give it a quick shot while holding this firm, and it should tighten right down. The needle nose vice grip pliers are really your best bet for holding this nut in place against the side frame while you're pushing the bolt through the rubber to reach the nut. Regular pliers, long needle nose regular pliers will work, but the locking ones are way better. All right, let's get this last bolt through in place. Here we are, all finished up. Less than an hour, and I think $34 in parts. I'll put a link to the parts in the description of the video, so if you want to get a quick link to order them, you can click on that. Although I would recommend, if you're not on a super tight budget, it's really just a few dollars more, order the kit that comes with the replacement bolts. It'll make everything lining up a little bit easier because it'll be nice and new with nice sharp corners. You don't have to worry about fighting with rusted or damaged bolts. And if you need a scraper bar, now would be a good time to go ahead and order a new scraper bar too. I just put this one on last year, so it's okay. But you can get a combination kit that includes the paddles, nuts and bolts, scraper bar, and even a belt at a very reasonable price. And I'll put a couple links in there for you to look at and see which one you might need if you have a CCR1000. So did it ourselves, under 40 bucks. If you would have taken it to a shop, it would have been, I would say, 120 to 175, depending on what kind of shop you took it to. You might find a neighborhood local mechanic who would do it for maybe 80. You can do it yourself in about an hour and save yourself a whole bunch of money. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.